Alive. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those
Oh, God.
guys. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And as you know, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys. And this is where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I hope the weather has been nice where you are, kind to you, and you've been able to put your drones up and fly your drones, exercise your wings, and fly. So, how is everyone out there doing? Lawrence, my co-host, Novice Quads, how are you this
I'm
Wednesday?
good, man. I'm good. I'm good. What's up? It's hump day. It's Wednesday. Feeling good. South Florida drone meetup coming up next week. Everything is good. And this weekend is going to be nice up to fly here in New York City.
This week. And you know what's going on, Lawrence? We're supposed to have going on next week. We're supposed to have the captain himself here on the live stream. The man that's producing the South Florida drone.
Really? Really? That's Captain. The
Yeah,
Captain Ray Kelly, correct?
he's supposed to be right here with us on next week Wednesday. Our
Okay,
last
that's
stream
what's up.
was
Our
our
last
stream
stream before we head down to Florida.
Florida. So we coming down there. And you know what? This guy was supposed to send me some stuff, right? That I'm putting in the box to send to Ray. And I'm like, well, what happened to stuff? Oh, it's coming. I'm waiting. So I'm waiting for the stuff. You know, like the same stuff we give away on the stream, stuff like that, little stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, couple of things, couple of things. But
right.
what happened?
No, I was just saying, right.
We got a lot of things going on, man. We supposed to have a special treat, nice special guest coming on with us tonight
Yeah,
uh, to talk
he's
about the infamous drone
he's
that
actually
everybody.
in the chat. He was in the chat. I saw him earlier.
Okay, the infamous drone that everybody's been wondering so much about.
Oh, the Specta.
Yeah,
The
the Specta
Specta.
Air.
People have been dreaming about that drone, bro.
But our all favorite uh drone company, DJI, happens to have an Easter sale, and I'm quite sure it's still going on. Lawrence. Is it still going on? I'm quite sure it's still going on. The Easter sale because Easter. Yeah. Well, they got all kind of crazy stuff in there. You know, they've got a free giveaway with the purchase of what the Mini 4 Pro. They got T-shirts, drone sleeves, all kind of
Hold
stuff.
on, slow down, slow down. Let me pull this stuff up so they can watch along with what you're saying here. But
Okay, yeah.
come on.
Well, look, they got on sale here.
What
So
they got on sale? Okay, they got the DJI Mini 4 Pro Fly More combo right here for $1,099. And they're giving a double pocketed t-shirt,
yeah,
which is worth $50. They're giving it away free. And real DJI lettering too. And
mhm,
if you buy the Action 4 standard combo, which
mhm.
is $299, I still like the price on that camera. For
Yeah, that's a great
$300, you
price.
get a shirt, you get a $50 shirt as well. And here, if you're into minis, the DJI Mini 2 SE Fly More combo, you
Mhm.
can't beat this. $450. And you get a free aircraft sleeve to store your drone in. It's a little carry around or an option of a water bottle,
Mm.
$25 water bottle. This goes on from March 22nd to April 2nd, this sale. So check it out.
There's a
If you
lot
want, I'll put the
more
link in the
things on
chat.
there, isn't there?
What happened?
There's a few more things in there, isn't there?
Yes, there are. There is actually. There's right here, DJI Mavic 3 Classic, which I personally own myself. It's going for third. They had this sale on Amazon. It is no longer, but now DJI is honoring this price of $13.99, which was the same price it was going for on Amazon from through them for Easter.
No free gift.
So if you didn't Well, nah, bro. You're getting a 4/3. You're getting a 4/3 sensor. You just be happy.
Okay.
But of course, they're offering it. They have for $17, 128 Kingston Canvas Go. I've never heard of the brand. I'm afraid to even look at it. Let's click on it because wait a minute, this is a U3 V30.
That's
Hmm.
they do what do you call it? A few drives and stuff like that for the computer.
Okay, so it's worthy. But hey, God bless America. Let me
They-
shout out everyone that's sitting in the chat real quick while it's on my mind, and we can get it out of the way. What's up, God bless America? Barkley, 107 Drones, Warren, Akabasho. Who else? John Olson, Sleek Hobbies 88. How are you? Welcome to the Stream Chaos FPV.
Mhm.
Mr. Crowley, long time no see. Good to
Whoa,
see
Mr. Crowley.
you. Steve, SJM Drones. Angie is actually listening. She's driving on her way to Oklahoma. So she's
Oh,
listening on her I I think they're moving or something to the effect, but she's listening to the stream. And I see Half Chrome, he said what's up to some people in the chat. Let me see, did I miss anyone? I got Warren, you,
you got
Steve,
Akarachi. Yeah.
I think, yes, I got Akarasho. Yes, I got everyone. So we're good. If I missed you,
Got
Frank Rizzo. Frank Rizzo, the Kingston Canvas Pro are probably the best SD cards you can get. Frank Rizzo says. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Warren says Frank Rizzo on your phone. I'm not putting shit in my phone. No, I added the last part. He didn't say that.
uh,
Angie says, hey, Angie Barkley says, say hi, Angie. Say hi to mom. Barkley says, but anyway, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys, of
now
course.
who's saying who the how whose mother? That's a whole
Barkley was telling
different
Angie because she's listening to the stream while driving and not typing the proper way to say hi to her mom for him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, those of you who did not know, Frank Rizzo is Joby, drone shots. But anyway, we got a little bit to talk about
Gotcha.
before our guest comes on. We usually have our guest
You
on
good?
the
What's
second
good?
half, right, Herman?
What happened?
We usually have our guest on in the second half, but because you guys are
Yeah,
going
no, but
Specta.
it's because everybody's been talking about this drone. Everybody wants to know about this drone. So
Steven,
I just figured that I would reach out to the gentleman who has the drone and see if he's willing to share something with us on it. He's done a few videos. We've all seen the videos. We're all interested in this, and are we going to see more of these drones? Um,
right. Well, hopefully we can get a little bit of a Q&A
I
to
gotta
answer some of you guys' questions.
Yeah, I would. That would be nice if guys did have questions that they can share their questions with him when he comes in. Um, the thing what I did want to mention to you, did like the most about this thing with the DJI sale and giving away the shirts. They're liquidating everything that they had on the market with stuff not moving too fast. The microphones, I think they kind of came a little bit kind of quick on each other. Like how many
Yeah.
guys need microphones in abundance like that? And the guys that did have the last set, did you really change and get the new ones to after these came out?
Oh, Herman, I'm sorry to interrupt. There was one more thing I forgot to show. If you're
What?
thinking about getting the radio on Amazon,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
talking about, we would get all this stuff out of the way. If you're an Amazon head and you've been thinking you're still using the N1 R2D2 controller, and you've been thinking about getting the RC, here's your chance. It's originally $310. Usually that's what I paid for mine out the box. Right now, 17% off. It's $254.
Well,
So, and
if you
I
don't already have one,
just figured you guys would want to know about that there if you were considering getting this remote. or on the fence about getting it because it was $300. Well, now it's $250 on Amazon.
Well,
254.
the problem I found with that remote and wanting to own more than one DJI drone was when you start looking at like the okay, like for instance, owning the RC Pro and going and purchasing another DJI drone. Do I buy it with that controller and one battery, or do I buy it with, or do I buy the Fly More combo and get it with more batteries and a controller with a screen on it that I don't need? So you start collecting those, just like the flu
Mm-hmm.
vaccine one.
Yeah, yeah. And Steven, the Flyby guys, what's up, Steven? He said it's a good RC. It is. I actually purchased it because I was using the old R1N1 R2D2 radio, and everyone else had the RC Pro. So, but I did get that one
Not
as a
many,
temporary, huh?
not many.
Right. I did get one as purposely. I paid $310 for it until I could get the RC Pro. Now I use it as a backup from my RC Pro. Half Chrome says lots of people here today. Yeah, yeah, they trickle in and trickle out through the stream. We look forward to seeing you in about 4 minutes or so, 4 or 5 minutes. Um,
You
I
know,
have a few questions.
your buddy is giving me the business,
Who? Who, Barkley?
and I'm the one, no,
Oh,
not
wait,
Bart.
hold on. See, I'm sorry for see right away. I blame Barkley. I take that back, Barkley. My bad. Because he's a witty person. I'm not purchasing anything until this whole DJI ban thing subsides.
No,
Exactly. Exactly.
well,
I
I
have
mean
my go
that
ahead, Herman.
that could be a while. That could be a while, and you see everybody still TikToking, talking.
Mhm. Yeah, TikTok is still in the United States. So Stephen agrees, lots of N1s.
Mhm.
And Barkley forgives me for blaming him.
Oh
What's
yeah,
up, Fly Guy Merrill?
I started collecting those controllers with owning more than one drone.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. We didn't have a whole lot of
Still got like one, two, still three of them in the box. The RCN one, the flu vaccine controller.
right.
Yeah, that one. The N1R.
2D2.
Yeah, so Lauren, so what else is good on the agenda tonight other than half chrome coming in to share with us on that one?
Well, for those of you who don't know about this, hold on, let's go back. Let's do the Drone Alliance, Drone Advocacy Alliance thing.
Yes. Let's share that
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm quite sure they all know about it, but we
Those
can
of you don't know what
recap.
we're talking about, I'll share the screen. If you fly FPV, if you don't, you fly camera drone, you even like drones. There's nothing to do. All you got to do is just click a button. Okay,
Or if
but you
you
can see
even have
helping
a
the drone
job where
community.
somebody flies a drone at.
Yes, yes, yes. Give someone a friend a link. I'll put the link right here. I'll copy it now. But this is your Drone Advocacy Alliance. Vic Moss is very big on this. A lot of YouTube influencers are also. It says choose stand up for your right to fly drones. And you just click the simple button that says take action. There are three
Your voice
options
be
here.
heard.
One option says new oppose the counter CCP, that BS HR 21864 that's going on with United States wanting to ban DJI and or all Chinese drones. You
Yeah,
click this one link, you scroll down. It's very easy. It has your address if your location is on your computer. And it doesn't work through your cell phone. It might not. When I tried it, it didn't work for me. but I'll show you right here. You click this button and it says take action again. Yeah. But you scroll down and it says new opposed to counter CCP. And it'll show you this is your message. It sends out 3 emails here in the state of New York. So I'm guessing whatever state you're in, it'll take those local politicians and send them an email. It says United States House of Representatives considering anti blah, blah, blah. But you go down here, this is the message. You oppose HR 2864. Please oppose the countering. And it has your information and where you live, and you click send message. As simple as that. Now, if you go back to here, there's also a new one. They're just trying to start the same bull in Arizona. I know it's 5:15 now. Tell Congress to restrict more drone markets in the FAA reauthorization. Do your part. All it takes is a click of a button. Hey, Lambo, I'm pasting it in the chat. So, and I did find out, Herman, if you do fill it out, this is what you will get back in an email. I'll be really quick.
You know what?
Is our guest here yet?
I forgot.
Okay, you get this. Oh, to send a link. Oh, shit. All right. It says you'll get this back in an email. Thank you for supporting the efforts in the Drone Advocacy Alliance. We appreciate your interest and hope you consider helping us again in the future. It is critical, important, blah, blah, blah. And this is the senator here in New York City, 2 senators and representatives. It sent them via email. And this was my second time doing it. So apparently you can do it more than once. I'm not saying hit them with an email every day, but skip a couple of days and send another one if you have to. All right, I'm done. My bad. Yo, Var, it's funny. He goes, blah, 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 novice part. I didn't know you spoke politician. He's thinking, guys, Var's got jokes tonight.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We enjoy and we appreciate all of it. And we appreciate you guys. One big issue with the droning communities, it doesn't stick together. If it did, we would see I agree with you 100%, but people are slowly learning. Hey, Flying Flynn, what's up? What can I say?
Well,
we have our guests coming in. They're collecting now. They are connecting now.
Yes.
But can I do a Joshua Bardwell? If you hang out with us, guys, you might learn something today.
So how you doing?
Hello.
How's it going, Jack?
What's going? You know, I'm just having some fun flying some drones.
All right. You know, the big thing everybody wants to know is what's going on with this thing. And
you know, I hope people ask questions, right? But I unfortunately don't actually have a whole lot of answers. But I'm guessing you guys are asking me about this thing, right? The Specta Air.
The Specta Air.
The Specta Air. And it's been a lot of fun to fly this thing. And when so I get emails every now and then from drone companies I've never heard of, right? So Cogito Tech sent me an email a couple weeks ago and said, hey, would you be interested in testing our new drone? It's the Specta Air. And they sent me the specs. They sent me some pictures. And I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, this is the Air 3. Like, who are these people and what kind of scam are they running? They're going to send me some $50 drone. It's going to have, my favorite is when they send me something that says it has an 8K ESC camera and it's like this garbage. Like I was fully expecting that to show up at my door. I was going to make, I had this plan. I'm going to make a video. It's going to be funny. I'll crash it into a tree. And then I open it up and it's this. And this thing is legit.
Is it?
It absolutely is. Like,
so as far as like the interface on the app and everything, is it pretty much the same and everything? Because I saw pictures and I saw your videos.
Yeah.
And it handles the same?
Yes. Like there isn't something on here like that is vastly different, right? I power up the remote and it says Specta. right? Assistor active.
Right.
This is, but you know, after it goes through the power up sequence,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be the same. Actually, this is actually the first unit they sent me. Yeah, there you go. It's Specta.
Okay.
That's the difference. that's that's basically it. Um, yeah, and then I don't know. You've probably seen a menu that looks something like that before.
Okay. Yeah.
But so this is the first unit they sent me, and it doesn't actually work. I couldn't get it to activate.
Right.
So
Okay.
they sent me a second one, and it did, and it works, and it looks like the DJI Air 3. It flies like the DJI Air 3. It has cameras like the DJI Air 3. Like Chris, my brother-in-law, he actually has the working unit right now. He's out in California, getting some awesome
Okay.
pictures and video. He had a vacation plan, which he's not doing it because of this drone, but like you, Chris, you take it. We flew around here. I'm outside of Chicago. We spent days flying this thing, hours flying this thing, charging batteries. Yeah, it's an Air 3 on the outside. He took it apart. He put it back together. It's an Air 3 on the
On the
inside.
inside.
The app is an Air. It's the DJI app. Like
Mm-hmm.
we haven't found something that is different other than like
The name.
that says Specta. There's no DJI here. You're not gonna be able to see inside there, but it does say Specta Air. It has the Cogito Tech address,
Mm-hmm.
and it says
Hold
made in
on. All of a
Malaysia.
sudden, you guys laugh. I don't know what.
What happened?
For maybe about 10 seconds, you guys had lagged out, but I think everyone's back now. It's good. It's
Okay.
good. Sorry.
All right. Sorry. So
So, I have just one question before you go on any further.
hit me.
You fly that drone, correct?
Oh,
Yourself.
absolutely. Yes.
Can you fly it with the same, do you fly it with the same confidence you fly a DJI drone?
I do
Because it's a
now.
mental, it's a mental thing.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, because
Absolutely.
I saw one, like I think was one of your last videos. It said that everything was before the latest updates that DJI put out on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but that's what it feels like, right? So I had the Air 3, when it first came out. I didn't get a pre-release. DJI doesn't send me fun stuff. Only fake DJI does. So so I had the Air 3 early, not early, but right when it was released. And that firmware wasn't 100%, right? It didn't have all of the things that it has now, right? It didn't have
Right.
that AR return to home. It didn't have the obstacle avoidance where you can see the different cameras. It was missing some things. I think I don't remember if it was over sharpened or over saturated. I forget what there was some issue, small, minute issue with the camera,
Okay.
right? And that's kind of what this thing seems to me to be, right? It doesn't have the AI return to home. It doesn't have the 360 camera view. The thing that it doesn't have that's a little concerning is you can't seemingly unlock geo zones yet.
You cannot. Right. I noticed you stress the word yet.
Yes. So
Is that bothersome or
I mean, I think so, right? So I I would be worried if I fly in a place where I need to do that a lot. Now I don't, right? I generally fly in places where it's fine, but there are times where I need to fly where you're not supposed to, or you need to get authorization, right? You go through the length process. It's really pretty easy. But then you got to unlock the drone, and that's another process. Also, not terribly difficult, but it doesn't seem right now that I can do that. I'm not, it's goofy because initially I had the ability to do that, and then I didn't, and then I went back to try and do it later, and I didn't have that same feature. So, I mean, maybe it's there, and I just don't know how to do it yet. But I would be a little bit leery if that's something that you were concerned about.
I have a first question in the chat. So you said you someone stripped it down and opened it up. So, and someone's asking, so there are no DJI badges inside?
Correct. So that is one thing that, that is different. Yeah. So if you open up the Air 3 or you look in the Air 3, on either side, there's tiny little DJI stickers. And those stickers aren't
Hey,
there.
Corey, what's good?
Right.
So
and that's due to the fact that, like, well, everyone knows, as far as you have a product that you design, you put it together how you want it made, and it's a manufacturer that puts those things together with the parts that's supposed to go in there.
yes.
So I mean, anybody can. It's like a computer. Like, you can build the same computers that are in the store, or even better, with parts that who are these parts?
But here is the thing, like, this is not somebody that's just getting these parts and putting it together the same way. Like,
I totally
this
know
is
that.
the same thing. Like, this is the same thing. These are the same parts. This is the
It
same
came off the same
process.
Right, because
manufacturing
they
rack
come
as
off the
Victoria.
same manufacturing belt.
Yes. Well, actually, it says this one's made in Malaysia, right? So I don't know. Did they move a factory over there?
Well, I
Perhaps
mean, it's
for
the same factory, a different factory, same spec.
yes, yes. They're shipping them the same. This drone has the same parts that the Air 3 has, for
Okay,
sure. That's
Oh yeah.
that's for sure, right?
okay. Well, here's another question. If we can slip some in between talking about the Spectra, is there any time frame where the Spectra website will be up?
So they told me late March, early April, and they told me that weeks ago, right? So like they have not been super great in responding to my emails. I don't know why. I do know that whoever they're that I'm dealing with, right? There is a language issue, right? So it's I write an email, he goes and talks to somebody. What is this guy saying to me? Also, by the way, what are the answers to these questions? And then they get back to me, right? But I was told late March, early April, and the reason they told me that is they sent me a second drone, right? So I have a second Specta drone, the Specta Mini, and the
Okay.
Specta Mini is going to be. They said they don't want me to make a video on it yet, so I'm
Okay.
but I'm not, because actually I can't, and I'll explain in a second
Okay.
why. But they said once their website is up, then they want to start promoting that mini drone, right?
Okay.
But the mini drone. Right. So the Specta Air flies with the Specta RC, not to be
Right.
confused with the DJI RC2. Totally, totally different remote.
Obviously,
Right?
there are differences.
So different, right? When I power this on, it says Specta. The mini drone flies with this remote. Now, you've probably never seen a remote that looks like this one before. This
No.
is the Specta Mini RC, not to be confused with the DJI RC
N1
N2.
R2D2.
Not to be
Exactly.
confused with the flu vaccine controller.
Correct. But to fly with this one, you need your phone and you need an app. And the app, so right now, the app is only available for Android, and I don't have an Android phone, so I got to source one of those things. Like, the two people that I usually go for stuff like that are Chris, my brother-in-law, he does the drone stuff with me. He's in California, and then my buddy Jerry. I'm a teacher, right? My buddy Jerry, he's a teacher too. We're on spring break. He went to Florida. I'm stuck in this crappy
What do you
weather
teach?
in Chicago. Well, I teach a lot of things. Actually, I teach a drones class.
Yeah, you got a drone class.
Okay.
I have right now I have the best job. I love it. I teach it at a public school outside of Chicago. I teach a drones and robotics class, and then I teach an entrepreneurship class.
Nice.
It's
That's what's
it's
up.
it's a blast. I love my gig, and I'm actually an instructional coach. So I teach those two classes, and then I spend the rest of the day working with new teachers, technology training, professional development, stuff like that for the district.
Okay.
So it's a great gig. I love my job.
Is the app available at the Google store? People are wondering.
I don't know. I don't have a Google store
Well,
to
see,
tell.
Well, see, probably not, because just like with DJI, you had to go to their website to get those
True,
bands.
true.
So
So, and the Contigo website is not up yet. So, they
Correct.
they have jokes in the chat. Someone says it's like a Twix bar. There's one left and right factory.
That's pretty accurate, right? So the left factories in Malaysia.
you know,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, understandable.
Yep.
Now, what is your take on where they're trying to go? What are they trying to do? I mean, what is your personal take? Because I don't know if you know, but I left a comment on on your video, and you came back with a response that was comfortable, but I didn't get what I wanted to hear from you. What is
Okay.
your interpretation of what the hell's going on?
So that's a great
Personally.
question. I actually I just recorded a video on that, right? Because there are a bunch of theories, right? There are a bunch of theories on why this is happening. They're whatever. I'll cut to what it probably is. And it is, you're right. So what is the motivating factor here? And it is money, right? So how is DJI going to continue to make money? And they see a market, right, that they can tap into. And a lot of people are asking, is it to get around a ban, right? A potential ban. And maybe, right? That might be true, right? So this thing is produced in Malaysia, not made in China. That's kind of a big deal. It's also made. The company is based in Hong Kong, which is in China, but the WTO says that we can't say that it's Chinese, right? Because Hong Kong for a long time was
Yeah.
occupied by England. Or was a British colony or something like that. I don't know the
Mhm.
exact deal, right? Um, so there's a little bit of gray area there also, right? So is it to get around a ban? I don't know, maybe, right? I think it would probably work if DJI was banned. I don't think Cogito tech would be banned, at least not right away. But
Right.
I think
Hey, that's slick.
Well,
That's
see,
that's
I'm not
ingenious.
sure if that would. I'm not sure if that would work, because once again, it is a Chinese company,
correct, right?
and
So I
and one of the things that we were going to talk about tonight mentions that the United States is well aware of the amount of drones that are coming in from Malaysia right now,
yeah.
because this has been going on ever since the Mavic 2,
Mhm.
when the tariffs were put on the Chinese made drones. But
Yeah.
one of the things that I don't know if you have any time to stick around for this, but we were going to talk about one other thing that came up, and I'm quite sure a few of the guys that are in the chat was familiar with this, but because they didn't see it, I'm quite sure they saw them. But from this guy here, Igor from Quadro News, and Deals Drones, and also with your favorite guy there, Lawrence, Osita LV.
Oh,
They
oh,
were
see the
hot.
55 or whatever.
They were hot on this, and they've been all over this Avata too. And I noticed that there was a calendar that was put up,
Right,
and it was put up on Twitter on some of the products that's supposed to be coming out with DJI. I'm not sure the accuracy on them,
right.
you know. And so what is that saying? That in April is supposed to be an April launch for what, for
For
these
the
for the
RS4 Pro and the Avata 2.
yeah
April. If you
for,
go by this list, I mean,
yeah
they
for
put
with
out
these
one
guys
last.
that put out these leaks. Yeah.
And we already know they don't go exactly by this, because the one they put out for 2024 had involved the Mavic 3 and a few others. So who the hell knows? But
Well, the one
this,
thing that I do know is when they put out stuff like this and all these stuff about they had with the Avata 2, I think it's pretty much a go, because they
Oh
had
yeah.
these close-up shots of the picture in the box,
mhm.
all these pictures of the boxes and different blurred out shots of the boxes. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. This
And then
one
they
here,
came back with some more pictures of the box. I think this is a go.
It is. There are people that have them for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So you're
yes.
saying we could hit up our friend Billy Kyle, and he's probably got a copy already. If knowing DJI, and like I see the smile in your face, I won't say anymore.
I
Real
have
quick,
not. Now, I have not talked to Billy Kyle about the Avata, but he did post something.
Uh-huh.
Um, a- it was a couple months ago, and I meant to reach out and ask him, but he posted a video. They were flying FPV. Him and I think it was Eddie Nunez or some, maybe it was
yeah,
Kendo. I don't
yeah,
remember. It doesn't matter. But he had blurred out something on the ground like what else are we like, why are you, it's Billy Kyle, right?
yeah,
Billy's a
yeah.
great dude. I love Billy comes and talks to my students about flying drones via
Oh,
Zoom.
nice.
It's
Okay.
awesome. But yeah, like what else why is Billy Kyle flying FPV? Because he's testing the Avata 2. That's my
Right.
guess, right?
It
Again,
makes
Billy
sense.
did not tell me any of this. I don't know that for sure, but yeah, they exist. The pictures are coming out. We're gonna get more pictures. Yeah, the Avata is gonna be here in less than 2 weeks.
Going back
Okay.
real quick, someone asked in the chat about another Spectre in question. Is it true that it's not available on Amazon in the UK?
I believe yes. So the back to the Specta stuff, right? So the ban is potentially the reason, but also the mini, right? The
Mhm.
mini that they sent me tells me that they're actually trying to get into a different market.
Is it on the FCC database? Someone also threw in. I'm trying to get
Yes,
in this stuff real
So
quick.
when you
yes.
said different market, like
So the mini they sent me is a DJI, we'll call it a DJI-esque product, right? Like this is a drone I've seen and flown before. It's a mini drone,
Mhm.
very similar, like in every way to any. Now again, I haven't flown the Specta Mini. I can only just look at it, but it looks identical to a drone that I've flown, and
mhm.
I think that this drone is going to release at, and I don't know, but it wouldn't make sense to do it any other way, but to sell for $300. And if you kind of figure out what drones does DJI sell for $300, they don't, not anymore, but they have.
Mhm.
And if they can sell this drone for $300, now that is a different market. That is right a market that DJI probably doesn't want a whole lot. Uh,
Right.
right? They
Mhm.
want people to buy their Mini 4 Pro, right? That's
Of
the drone they
course.
want people to start with
Of
from
course.
DJI,
Well,
right? So they rebrand this less expensive drone and then they can sell tons of them under this other name that people are buying. And it's still a good drone.
mhm.
So just saying, I mean,
So they found a way to get rid of spare parts.
potentially, right? Like
Well,
that's like they maybe they made too many Air
mhm.
3s, right? Or they have too many Air 3 motors or chipsets or cameras or something, right? And how are they going to get rid of them? Well, they're going to repackage them with
Right.
the repackaged. Maybe they made too many of these things, right?
Mhm.
Like, so the Specta is $1,200 with one of these, right? The Air 3 is $1,100 with one of these. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'd pay $100 for this remote. It's awesome.
Well,
Um,
I can tell you what they're doing. And then is that they're importing through, you're talking about the manufacturing and bringing in through Malaysia. What it will do is it will help avoid some of the tariffs
mhm.
and keep the price down on the Trump. That it
Yeah,
will do.
yeah. So, I mean, DJI is not stupid. They are a
Yeah.
savvy business entity. They know what they're doing. I don't know that they know what they're doing with this Spectrum because they sent it to me. It doesn't like why did they send it to me and nobody else? Like I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. I'm happy that they did. I'm
It's
glad
their
that they
Get the
did.
it's
drones into more hands.
it's DJI logic. You can't understand it. They're crazy
But
trying
no,
to
but
figure.
like he said about a new market, it normally you wouldn't have gotten one from DJI, you say, right? So now
Right.
you got one from Spectre. Now look at the market that you reach. You reach the kids at the school.
Mhm.
So
But also that you know what, that's a great point because if you look at my channel, right? So I review all the DJI stuff. I do. but I also review these 100 and 200 and $300 drones. Like I've flown all the Beast Pros and the SJRCs and the Holy Stones. Like I fly all of those drones, right? Billy
And the
Kyle's not doing
Femi
that.
8s.
Yeah, yes, the Femies, the Sea Flies. I fly them all, right? So I guess maybe that makes a little bit more sense to send that to somebody like me versus, Billy Kyle, who, he's just dealing with the good stuff, right? I deal with all the mid-tier
Well,
drones.
don't say that because honestly, you're covering more tech than they are. If you think about it, from every spectrum.
For sure, right? I love, I'm flying FPV drones. I'm flying tiny whoops. I fly, yes, I've reviewed plenty of drones that are less than $200 to the Mavic 3s and all of that. I got to buy all the Mavic 3s. People will send me these $20, $30 drones, no problem.
Well, don't feel bad. I have to buy my Mavic 3s also. So we're in the
I don't
same one.
I don't feel bad. Listen, I love doing this. I do this because it is fun. I enjoy making videos. I was outside today, actually right before this, chasing my son with the Avata. He's riding an e-bike, right? And it is so fun for me. I love playing with these drones. I love learning about technology. I enjoy this stuff.
I got another question.
That's how
So
I
East
got
Coast
into it.
Thrills says, can you bind that controller to your DJI? Have you tried, and vice versa?
Correct. I have. I released a video today talking about all the things that are compatible and incompatible, right? So part of the, right before Chris got into the teardown, I did like hey, batteries, nope. Remotes, nope. None of that stuff is interchangeable. Propellers, sure. Battery chargers, yeah, my DJI charger will charge my Specta battery, but if I put my Specta battery in my Air, it says no thank you. If I put my Air battery in the Specta, it says no. So remotes are not compatible.
It's the software.
Just the software. The ND filters are too. That's kind of cool.
I'm saying there's a software that's written, the Specta software that's on top of the program.
Yes,
is
absolutely.
what controls that.
That is absolutely what it is. And the batteries also have their own firmware. We know that. And that's what's holding them back from being compatible as well.
Because it's programmed just like an Android system.
Yep. And I think that would help DJI. Like, why would you do that, right? That would help them in their case to make that this is a different company, right? These are different batteries. This stuff is not all interchangeable.
Not our stuff.
So,
well, DJI, go ahead, Herman.
Okay, finish. I just wanted to.
I was getting ready to say DJI is doing it really.
Finish. No, finish it.
I'm sorry.
Your statement,
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, finish the statement.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, because I just wanted to speak to the fact that we had another story that we had to talk about that was going to the fact of talking about the tariffs and stuff on these Chinese-made drones and what lawmakers are urging to do. But go ahead and finish your statement. Lawrence?
Well, no, it was going in and out. It was saying internet unstable or something stupid like that. Someone's asking half Chrome, didn't one of your videos, so it has hatch a Google dongle, hatch a dongle for the future? I don't know what that is related to. That's what the question says. Didn't one of your videos, so it has it might be a typo, it has a dongle for the future? I don't know.
So I think what the question is, right? If you open this up, right, this kind of plastic part here, this removes, and I believe that's where the LTE dongle goes on the DJI Air 3, right? This is the same, right? It also has that spot with those wires or connectors or whatnot. Again, I didn't open this drone up, Chris did, but he did talk to me about that. That exists there. So listen, though, is it LTE compatible? I would say no, right? Probably not. And also, I don't think the Air 3 is in the United States. I don't think that that is an option for us because of the laws and regulations to do that. And that's only available overseas, which this drone is not available overseas. It's only sold on Amazon. And I think that it will probably only be sold on Amazon because, again, I think Specta is DJI's sub brand, right? Like it's the it's the Toyota to the DJI Lexus, right? So that's what Specta is becoming, maybe.
Right.
And they're going to sell on Amazon, and they'll probably sell on their website, and that's probably it. And that's probably just for the U.S. market, although I don't know. I'm making all that I'm making all this up as I go. I don't have any real information.
I totally understand where you're coming from because I read a lot of the articles and I look through a lot of the online magazines on what's happening with the wording and how a lot of the stuff is playing out on it. And the only thing that I could think of on the play is to get around tariffs that are imposed, because not with the tariffs being strictly on the Chinese made drones, and them not worrying about drones coming from any other country.
Yeah.
That is one of the best ideas.
That makes a ton of sense, right? Even if it doesn't have anything to do with the ban, if the tariffs are lower because this thing is made in Malaysia, then again you're getting a larger you're making more money, right? Your profit margins are going up because you're paying less in taxes. So sure, that makes sense. And then why don't they do it for all their drones? Well, because the mini drone, that's a volume seller, right? You got to sell a lot of those, so you need those margins. And maybe the Air 3 is, Specta referred to it as their flagship drone, right? They need something that people can upgrade to after they've exhausted what the mini drone can do.
Well,
I think this is becoming more and more clear, I think.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. There's another question, but go ahead, Herman, first.
No, go ahead.
Charlie, Drone Psych wants to know, are there any advantages for the hobbyist to purchase this drone over DJI version?
Well, right now the advantage is you get the remote with the screen for an extra $100. It's almost April. I have a hard time telling someone spend $1,200 on this drone because I'm the only person that I've ever talked to that has had this drone, right? Everything tells me that it's going to be a good drone, right? Well, it is a good drone. It is. It is. It's the Air 3. It's awesome. I love it. All right. But what is their customer service like? We don't know, right? I've seen their policies on Amazon. It is sold on Amazon, so that's positive. I think that's really good for people. So I think if you buy this drone, Amazon will take care of you
until you have to return it.
It's funny that you said that about their customer service, and I think back to when I first started flying DJI drones and how their customer service was, and I was like, I had hair when I bought my first drone from DJI, but going through customer service
everywhere is always a hassle. But DJI is not the worst, right? But what I'm saying is we don't know what Specta will be. They could be fantastic, and I hope that they are. And if they put this together, yeah, buy that drone. I just personally have a hard time. Like, I don't want someone to go out and buy this drone and be like, Jack, you told me to buy this thing, and they disappeared. I don't think
totally
that's the
understand.
Case, right? I don't think that's the case. I think that it's going to be, a good drone for people and a good option, right? So like when I bought the Air 3, I didn't want to buy it with this, and I also didn't hit my mic. That's bad. I also didn't, necessarily need the. I got to work.
Did you break your mic, man?
I think I'm just struggling. I didn't necessarily need the Fly More combo.
Right.
right? I
Right.
just wanted one, I wanted two batteries and that remote, and that wasn't an option. But, you know, it looks like I'll have a little bit more flexibility, or people will have more flexibility with Specta to do some of that in configuring the packages. Right now, you can't buy an extra battery from them, but that's supposed to be coming with their website, right? So, but again, like I don't want people to think like I'm making promises because again, I don't know, and
Right.
no,
You're
it's
not
not there.
running.
It just
You're not
isn't
running for
there right
office.
now.
You're not running for office, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I
Oh, we
understand.
totally understand that. I just wanted to find out what was going on with it and see if it worked like a DJI, if it
It does,
if
man.
it walked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, you know,
Absolutely. I think
all of
this
the
thing's a duck.
calibration of calibrating the drone and everything was all the same.
Mhm.
Wow.
Even one of the funny things, so I did, I don't know, one of the automated flight modes, an orbit or something, or a droney or a rocket. I don't remember which one, but I did them both at the same time. And you know how when you do it with the DJI drone, it gives you that like little video, like this is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Same video, right? The same
Okay.
happy people in that example video for the Specta Air. So yeah, I Chris and I, we had a lot of fun. We
Mhm.
took both of these drones to the river, the Fox River here outside Chicago, and we you know we filmed them, you know, doing the same shots, um, comparing just everything we compare. You know, we
Right.
did, you know, we're speed tests, we did obstacle avoidance tests. I crashed, actually, I think the Air 3, I crashed the Air 3 into a fence. Not the Specta, but I did hit a pole with the Specta the other day. Um,
I I wanted to ask you about the obstacle avoidance on it. I mean, you say it's the same drone. You say if it's a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. But
Mhm.
someone says for the sake of $100, just buy DJI. It's not big enough. It's not a big enough deal. But I have to disagree because for some it is. For the exact reason that DJI will sell you something for $1,200, and somebody will say that $1,200 is too much and come out with the same thing better for 1,000. I mean, 200 and $1,000. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
Absolutely. Like $100 is not, that's not trivial, right? Like
It's not going to make or break your day.
right. But also like
Mhm.
it's also not $100 difference. It's more like a $200 difference because, right? Like I buy this from DJI, it's $1,100,
Right.
right? Then I say, you know what? I don't want to use my phone. I want this remote. That's $250.
Mhm.
So now I'm at 1,350 plus tax or whatever. Um, let's call it $1,400.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I could have just bought this from Specta for
Yeah.
$1,200.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
um, it's
Right.
$200 cheaper, give or take, right? Um, so yeah, I, people are going to do what they want to do, right? I totally get
Mm-hmm.
like I'm buying from DJI because they are a known commodity, right? Specta is not a known commodity. I am not banging the drum saying, people buy Specta. What I'm doing is saying, hey guys, this is what I got. You make your
Right.
own decisions, right? Like
Right.
that's what Chris and I wanted to do. Like we started this channel a while back because uh there were at that time there were no good websites that could tell us good, reliable information about drones. I have plenty of videos out there that say this drone is terrible. This drone is garbage.
Right.
The
Right.
obstacle avoidance on this thing doesn't work. Watch me fly it into a tree. Like that's our angle here. Like I'm not Captain Drone telling you everything is happy and roses and this is great and every
Right.
you know like I'm going to tell you exactly what I don't like about this drone and where it failed me. And then if, you know, that's not a big deal for you, then, you
Mhm.
know, you go right ahead and buy it, right? You make your own decision. It is your money. We're grown ass adults. You know, that's how the world works.
Well,
No,
I
I
go ahead.
understand where you're coming from because like I said, we talk about companies like what you're doing, like videos you wanted to do this for. And when I first started flying drones, there was a couple of channels that did that with some of the DJI stuff. And like a lot of those guys are not doing videos anymore, at least not doing drone videos anymore. I don't see them doing drone videos. And they don't come up on my, and I was subscribed to their channels and I watch their videos regularly. But maybe they're doing other things, maybe other places. I listen, the world keeps on moving.
Yeah.
And when I saw what you were doing with the Specta, and I was like, wait a minute, this thing is just like DJI. I'm like one of those, and I always, like I said, I always read the articles on stuff that's going on to keep my ear to what's going on with the laws and stuff like that with drones, because I'm trying to run my own little business too. And I have to watch what's going on. And when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, here goes the DJI products. They just took the name off and split it over here. And it's like, okay, when I go into the store to buy parts for the computer, there's 101 different companies that does the same thing.
Yeah.
And when you look at the packaging, they're made in the same country.
Yes.
So I'm like, is what you paid for the rights to put your name on in the factory.
I agree. And Drone Views Media's says it kind of perfect here. Says if they are manufacturing in a higher cost economy like Malaysia and they are still selling it cheaper, it kind of speaks to the profit margin DJI is making.
Okay.
As you think about it, they're selling
We
something
already
that may
knew
not,
that.
they're selling something that may or may not have gotten sold by a certain quarter.
Well, we already knew that. The only thing is that, like I said to you, there were there's other things out there that are happening and have happened why the price of your DJI drones have gone up. When I first looked at your top selling DJI drones, their flagship drones were $1,500. They've exceeded that by $1,000 now. So
yep.
Why? It's not only because of them increasing prices, the tariffs on these products.
Yep. This is true. So what is the next plan? You've done a review, you've done a teardown, you've done a software review, you've crashed it.
Yep. I got two videos that I'm working on. One is kind of what we're talking about, right? Like, what is this thing? Why does it exist? And then I'm gonna kind of do like a standard review of this drone. I've flown it a ton. Chris has it out on vacation right now, getting some awesome footage out in California. So I'll put together like a what is this thing?
Right.
Aside from all of this funny, like every video I've made so far is comparing this thing to the Air 3, right? So let's just take it as it is, and I'm gonna make a basically a review. Like, hey, this is the drone as a Cogito Specta Air, and here are the specs, and here are some videos coming out of it, and here are the flight modes, and here's me crashing into a pole using obstacle avoidance, and here it is. Me testing and pushing the range just a tiny bit.
Right.
So I'm going to do some of those. I'll basically take a compilation of all the stuff that we've been gathering and make a review video of this drone for people that just kind of, they don't want this noise like Air 3, DJI, who cares? Like, do I want to buy this drone? I just want to look at this drone as it is and decide for myself.
Does it fly well?
I want to buy.
And it's a good price, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
That's basically what
bottom line.
And there's a lot of guys out there that would probably do that, but I mean, especially after it gets a good review, I'm quite sure that they're willing to take, because they take the chance on other stuff that a lot of channels don't even talk about, and say that a lot of guys won't even take the chance on buying. So I think it comes with a reputable voice.
Yeah, I may have to take a little snippet from this live stream. We're talking about Malaysian taxes and throw that in my video. So now I think like, I mean, that's legit, right? If whoever, Cogito or DJI or whatever, can take a little bit more in their profit margins by saving on taxes, that might be the play.
Well, here's something. This is, I'm going to sound like the voice of doom here, but because of these taxes, there's always repercussions. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, but China is doing a tit for tat. Since the United States has decided to raise tariffs and do things like that, there's something going around on the internet. You guys search it for yourself, but it's reported that China is planning to ban the use of Intel and AMD chips, as well as Microsoft operating system from government computers and servers. So, like I said, do the research yourself. There are lots of stories on it on Fox Business, PC World. Expect, and for you FPV pilots, I'm saying this, I'm speaking for myself. Go out there and buy those stacks now, because they jumped from $70 and $80 to $125. Now that they're $125, they're probably going to go up to about $200 or more. Get those stacks, get those FPV parts now, because the price is about to go up. I almost sound like Crazy Eddie. The prices are insane, because that's where I honestly believe we're headed. Seriously. And it's sad to say, because it'll be a tit for tat thing. We don't allow Chinese drones here in the United States. China will not allow PCs from Intel and AMD chips, and
that's a much bigger thing, right? Like,
yes.
That's gonna take a while. That's gonna take a while.
I mean, listen,
to work that out.
Politics aside, that's what I would do, right? Like, really, you're gonna ban my stuff? Okay, fine. You can't have we're not gonna take your stuff either, right? Like, what? Yeah.
That's gonna take
I just
a
wanted to
while
point
for
that
them to
out
work
really quick.
that out. No, that's gonna be tied up forever.
Yeah.
I don't, like I said,
Intel and AMD chips from being used.
Well, listen, I don't know how true it is, but I've been seeing stories spread in the last day or two.
No, I don't disbelieve that it can be possible, but that's like I said to you. Spec is spec is spec. It doesn't matter whose name is on it. It's what the spec says that it is.
I don't know if you guys have any more questions you want to ask while he's here. Well, Jack, right, is your name, correct?
Yep,
I'm
Jack.
Jack's here.
Yes.
I'm just making sure to just they did have a few good questions earlier. And for those of you who are lurking and missed the better half, hey, Night Train, everyone, you got to watch the replay. There are a lot of questions. Are there any DJI stickers inside? Everything. I think you covered it all, didn't you? As much as you could.
That's everything that he reported. Yes.
I'm not watching the chat, so I didn't see any of the questions, but yeah, people, you listen, jump on. I try to respond to all of my YouTube comments, right? I also, people email me all the time. I try to respond to my emails. Like, one, this is not my actual job, so you got to be patient with me. But I'm on spring break right now, which is fantastic. So I do have, this is like the perfect timing for me, because I actually have time to do all this stuff. If I was in school, so I teach, and then right afterwards I coach, right? So I'm in the middle of track season, so I got no time, right? Except for right now, which is fantastic.
Well, this is good, because
I know how you mean.
We really appreciated you being able to come on, because you have the skinny, and we're not trying to one up anyone or anything, but we do interviews here and there. We have Vic Moss, we have Ryan LaTourette, drone advocates, and this isn't a topic that people are talking about now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I appreciate you guys having me on. Listen, I will talk drones. I love talking drones.
We appreciate having you on, man, because we really wanted to talk about that. As well as we also cover a few other stuff that also surrounds those, because we talk about everything from the drones that we fly to the drones that we may be flying in, and the laws around all of it.
Yeah. No,
We
that's
try
Fulfill
to.
everything.
That's good stuff. I subscribe because I got to get on that, right? Like I teach a drone class, so I got to be up on all that stuff as well.
Well,
You
as
know,
far as like, well, we know United Airlines has a deal with Archer eVTOLs to start flying eVTOL taxis from Newark Airport in Jersey to Manhattan and things like that. The contracts, everyone's going for certifications. We're trying to stay on top of it. They claim 25 and the 26 will start seeing weird stuff flying around. We shall see. They keep pushing it back.
I don't know that I want to get into a VTOL and let somebody somewhere else fly me. I don't know. I'm not ready for that.
I would get in an eVTOL before I got in a helicopter.
I
Good
don't know. The
luck.
pilot's got a lot more to lose if he's sitting in the same place I am. I feel a little better, right?
Oh,
If that
yeah.
guy's on his couch at
Oh
home,
no,
I don't know.
autonomous. No, I want mine piloted too. That
No,
autonomous.
then they're
I don't
not
even trust
flying
the autonomous features on my
autonomously.
drone.
They're flying with pilots.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
they're
gonna be
gonna fly
flying
with
with
pilots for
pilots.
a while. But as far as autonomous, I barely use the autonomous features, if any at all, on my drone. I learned to fly with a Phantom 4 Pro, and back in the day, we just had to do things manually. Even though those options
Yeah,
were there, it was smoother manually.
yeah.
And
No,
that's what I learned.
that's almost I do use an orbit every now and then. Or sometimes I'll just point of interest and orbit from the point of interest. You put the little marker on, then you just hold the stick to the side, and it does a pretty decent orbit that way too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, flying, you gotta be able to fly these things. Like master shots is really cool, but you gotta be able to do those things yourself too.
This is true. This is true. And I learned. I don't think anyone has any question. Oh, have you tried lychee on the Specta?
I
Good question.
I
A
have
third
not.
party app.
That's a good one. No, I don't use lychee.
Yo,
As a I just it doesn't do anything for me. So, um, I'm could it? I mean, it's an Android based app. It probably would work. I don't know. I don't see why. Well, doesn't Lychee have to have support for the specific drone, right?
yes,
So
Yes,
yeah, it does. It
yes.
it
it
does
does.
not work
Yeah.
then. Like I can't imagine that it does yet. Again, like somebody has to put that together to make it happen. And um,
Soon.
until this drone is more widespread, I don't see that being usable. It would be nice for this mini drone that's coming out though,
Right.
We'll
because
see.
that one's. I don't want to give too much away, but I think if you kind of put my comments together, you probably can figure out what I'm talking about.
I do, but I don't want you to give it up because I know you got the you know,
I don't have
your
like an
agreement.
NDA or anything. They just
Oh,
said
okay.
don't, and I don't want to. I like
Well,
fake DJI sending me drones. I want them to keep sending me stuff.
well, you know what? Like I said, I'd like to see more videos from you on it, and I'm quite sure everybody else in the chat would like to see more videos on it. I appreciate having you on to discuss it, but we're gonna move on with some other stories that we had to cover.
Fair enough. I
If
I
we're
gotta
gonna,
go make dinner. My wife's working, and I'm on
oh,
spring break, so I'm in charge. So
uh-oh, uh-oh.
Yeah,
Don't.
you better
Are
cover
you a
that.
good cook? Are
I
you a
love
good
to
cook?
cook, man. I
Oh,
love
okay,
it.
because
All
some
right,
guys
welcome to the
got like
club.
some guys got like three left hands in the kitchen,
No,
and their wife would be coming home to a mystery.
no, tonight's pretty basic spaghetti meatballs, but I got some coworkers coming over tomorrow. I'm gonna smoke a pork shoulder,
Uh-huh.
fry up
Okay.
some fries, chop up some potatoes, make some French fries. I'm excited. I love to cook.
Okay. All right.
So
We appreciate you, Jack, for
I'm a
coming on,
big
man.
barbecue
yeah.
guy
Seriously.
too.
Hey, thanks for reaching out. Lots of fun. You guys keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you
Well,
guys.
much,
I'll
man.
be watching.
All right. Hey, I got more coming. Just
All
got to put
right.
it together.
All right.
Thank you.
We
Take care, guys.
appreciate you.
All right. You too.
All righty.
That was good. That
Yes,
was
that was
really,
fun.
really good. I was putting his Jack's link in, like I'm just doing
Yes.
now randomly. For
It's
those of you who
also
aren't already subscribed,
right. It's also in the description below if you guys check that out.
yes, 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 definitely. We kind of went
Now,
past what we were supposed to as far as sponsors and all of that.
okay,
So
well,
let's
let's
hit a
close that
sponsor
one
up.
hit with the
Let's
sponsor. Go
let's hit
straight
a
to number
sponsor up
two
now.
and go straight to number two on the sponsors. And you ready? You got it.
Yeah,
You got it.
yeah.
What I well, that was the third one. For
Okay, I'm
your
sorry.
here we go. There was the number two, Dronr. For guys who are looking to scale their drone operations, if you're starting a business or looking to manage your business, you got a small business you want to manage, and it's just a 1, 2, or 3-man operation, and you want to be out there flying and let somebody else manage the business, Dronr is for you. You can even once they I guess once they get up and running on their full platform to their major platform with their
Their
big
premium
that they
platform,
have,
yes.
their premium platform, yeah. They'll be able to also get you listings of drone jobs in your area. So check it out.
Correct.
Dronr there for all your drones operation scale needed. If if you're looking, like I said, to scale your business, this is the place. Dronr there.
Well,
The link is in the description below. Please check it out.
yes, yes.
Moving right along, Lawrence, what I was talking about before was that the US lawmakers, right? They have well, they're looking for tougher tariffs on the United on Chinese made drones, not just DJI. And as we all know about all of the bans that they've done amongst them, their own employees, saying throughout the government and stopping them from using or purchasing any Chinese made drones with their funds that come from government funding. We all know
Correct.
about that. We also know about the efforts by Skydio and for others to also have DJI on listed on as having ties to Chinese military. We
Right.
all looked last week. We had mentioned that DJI had also had hired Loretta Lynch to help them lobby in the United States market for them to be able to stop this ban that they're looking to put on Chinese-made drone. Also, so DJI will be affected by that, as we know. Um, we also know that last week, a bipartisan group of U.S. lawmakers sent a letter to 3 executive branches, agencies, calling for uh, President Biden, aka Sleepy Wonder, to put stiffer tariffs on these Chinese-made drones. Or they're basically looking for some way to increase the price to make these drones unattractive to the American market. Uh,
Right.
you know, what they're saying is that companies like DJI and Autel Robotics are subsidized by the Chinese government, which is why they have been able to overtake 77% or so more of the hobby market and over 90% of the commercial market in the drone space. That's what they're saying, that may be true to an extent that they are subsidized, but that is not the reason why they've been able to overtake the market. The reason why they've been able to overtake the market is due to the stifling of education in the United States. See, the STEM programs have been shit in the United States for the longest time. And now what has happened is the American people are starting to enjoy this tech that comes from China. It may not have started there, but it's just like the computer was revolutionized there. And now the chickens are coming home to roost on the American government, and they don't like what's happening. So they're finding some way to try to stifle the Chinese-made drones, aka DJI, or tell to so that they can play catch up. I don't know. What's your thought on it, Lawrence? You still there with me? Or you on the phone?
Yeah, I had to mute. The 67% of businesses across the United States, and that's including work that we do, could be harmed by all of this.
That's what. Well, that's what.
And that's a lot. That's a high percentage.
Well, see, that's just according to what they were saying in Drone DJ. And that's what brings me to my next point. Like, what do you think? How do you think this will affect businesses? Because you're talking about not only construction, agriculture,
Yes.
filmmakers, public service, search and rescue.
Yep.
The
You can
list
go
goes
on and on.
on. Let's look at software. You got all these capture reality software companies that produce software that these drones all have the SDKs. I just find it all going up in smoke. But keeping with the consistency of your work and stuff like this, this is not something that's going to happen overnight, but it will gradually happen, and eventually the cost of operations would be ridiculous. I know a small business like myself, you're looking at the cost of what we spend on
To
just
run.
2 drones to
Right.
use, and using what we already have, and the cost of those drones and the upkeep of those drones. We would only be able to afford maybe one.
I know. Whereas we use two. And this is why.
No, whereas we have 4 that are
Right.
available.
Right. But we would be limited down to one because of the price. The price of those 4 would combine to the price of one drone they'd want us to use. This is why you guys have to go to the Drone Advocacy Alliance website and click to the link and send that information in. So you may not be affected now, but eventually it will trickle down to you. Right now, they say
Make
government.
your
Yeah.
voice be heard.
Yes. We are big advocates for this the Drone Advocacy Alliance, because they're putting all the work, they're taking all the work out of your hands. All you have to do is click 2 buttons. One button to take action, one button to hit submit. It has your information, it has let me just bring it up again, because this is important, Herman, that we keep pushing this, and people in
What
their
I was
local
going to tell
states.
you?
There were 3 options. Okay, right now, oppose the Countering CCP Drone Act, oppose the new laws that they're trying to do in Arizona, SB 1500, that will update the state's laws for drastic restrictions in the drone market. And there's one more option: don't restrict the drone market in the FAA reauthorization.
Get on all of them if you feel
Yes, I've been on each and every one of them, and I've sent all of them. I've filled them out. This one I did twice. This one I did about a month ago when Vic Moss was on, and I did it this morning also. So apparently you can send it in more than once.
Jump on it.
And it'll print out a copy, the email to you, letting you know if whatever state you're in, to your local congressman, congresswoman, it does that automatically. That's how easy it is.
Okay.
So I'm assuming if you're in California, it'll take your California senator and put that information. It goes by your address.
Okay. The stuff is here, Lawrence. I just got to get it from the guy.
Okay. The things that we're sending down to Florida, right?
Yes.
Lately, you've been stifling innovation and bureaucracy and regulations. Well, Scott, lately, I don't know about, but it's been going on for a while.
Stifling. I will say this. Years ago, we went from being a country that manufactured products, and we were told that if we let these jobs go overseas to be done cheaper, the products will come back to us cheaper. I haven't seen that happen yet.
Exactly. And one thing real quick, we didn't mention it earlier in the stream. God bless America just reminded me. Prayers and condolences to those affected by the bridge tragedy.
Yes,
that happened.
that was terrible.
So
So
thank you
woke
for
up to that.
reminding me of that.
I actually woke up to that the other morning.
Akarasho he'll be back. He has to go walk his dog.
Okay.
Usually.
He's been bothering me all damn stream.
Warren.
Yeah, he said, look like I'm at work at DJI.
He's talking about the boxes. They say you're ready to open up a DJI shop yourself. That's what he was
I
saying
only
earlier.
got one of stuff of everything.
Yeah, see, that Drone View Media says the amount of STEM graduates in China is off the charts. It is.
Come on, it's ridiculous. Come on, that's why no one is developing tech here. And that's why we are behind in it. It's not because of any Chinese government investing money. Look at we did this story over 2 years ago on Lane Chow investing money into colleges and into programs in schools now to develop this now. Come
Right.
on. It should have been being done a long time ago.
Which option, Jeff Norman? Because he says, however, this automated messages are generating auto responses telling us to submit messages on the congressman's websites.
Mm-hmm.
That is another way you can do it, but a pre-generated one is sent to them, is sent. As far as the Congress, I know the senators receive one. The Democratic and Republican representatives
Doesn't
are
it
sent
say that
one
on the
locally.
thing when you put your address and all that stuff in there, your information
What happened?
on the list where your information goes in? Doesn't
Yeah.
it say that it's sending a message?
Yeah, it says message body, subject, etc. And it puts which law you are opposing. Yeah, see, mine says, because I'm in New York, says Chuck Schumer, Kirsten Gillibrand, and Representative Gregory Meeks.
Yeah,
And
all
now
of
the
them.
state,
All of them.
yeah. So I'm assuming somehow he's saying they want you to write one to Congress as well, send one into Congress.
Okay. Write one and send it into Congress. Okay, you copy the information that's on that. Or is there a form that's going around, a form letter that's going around?
I wish, God
We
bless
had the one
America.
for, like we have
Just
the one for preemption.
God bless America says, is there a website to request a new Congress? I wish. I only wish, man. I
No,
wish.
there's just that paper that we all can't seem to come to the same agreement on to get rid of all of the same people.
Oh, yeah, true. True, but that's something.
It's just that one. That's the only one I know of.
Right. But getting back to these drone laws and the 67% of the drone community, commercial drone community out there will be
Oh no,
stifled.
90.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
Yeah.
Well, they saying that the Chinese drones cover over 90% of the commercial drone market. Now, what they're saying in Drone DJ is that if there's a ban, yeah, about 60% companies are at threat. And I tell you that because, like I said, small companies like we're doing,
Right.
it would cut us extremely deep.
Right. I get it. I do get it.
And I don't know if that would be something that is it something that's really necessary? I mean, there's so many other ways around doing this. We've mentioned there's a few of them. If you go and back to that video we had with Vic Moss, he mentioned other ways of going around it. And your drone does not have to be flown on the internet. There's no reason you don't have to fly it when it's still connected.
That's true. You don't have to. But it will come to a time and point where if they ban it for local governments, then they'll say they're illegal to have in the States. because that'll be the next step.
Once again, like I said, there's other ways around
There are, but
what
using
they're worried
third-party
about.
software.
There's other ways around what they're worried about. The thing is that it's interesting that it's like, so many of the American people are worried also about the day you do this to Google. The
Yeah,
same
right.
thing that you're worried about the Chinese government doing to DJI. The American people worry about the day you do it to Google. Because Google has everything up to your underwear size.
Yeah, that's true. Right. All right.
Don't they?
What are they putting in the chat?
What?
I'm just trying to keep up with everything. No, no one is typed for a minute.
No, but I said to you, I was saying about how many companies would be affected. You not only touched on the fact that look at and everybody, DJI is the guy out in front because he's the biggest.
Right.
But their drones cover anywhere from construction, like we were talking, to agriculture and all these other things. That would not be good for them. Not at all.
Well, at least here in the States, and we only make a small percentage of the drone market out there. So would they be affected?
It's one of the larger, and I'm quite sure that they don't want to lose it. Like we were talking and said with that drone being made in Malaysia, we're talking about tariffs increase on the Chinese-made drones.
Right.
You're talking about even like a little toy drone like Holly Stone. Look at the price of it; it makes it unattractive anymore.
True, they're already selling those things more than they should for what the hell they do.
Right. It's just amazing, and you talk about DJI not devalue, the Chinese government not devaluating the dollar just to be able to make money in the American market. The Malaysian play is a great move.
Well, let's see how it plays out, because you can add names now. Now that they have something that's working, they'll probably add names to the list. Okay, DJI got slick and they're shipping the drone out of Malaysia. Let's do it this way. And
add Malaysian drones to it too.
Add Malaysian drones. So wait a minute, they're shipping from California. Oh, that's okay. We can make money on it. That's all they want. You know that.
How they ship them from California?
They'll figure out a way. If DJI says, all right, we'll build a warehouse in the United States will shut up and go sit down somewhere. At least that's my thought. You know, it's all about money. It's the same thing with TikTok.
I have a question for you on that.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with you.
I heard the word kinda. Where are we going?
And I'll tell you why I kind of agree with you on that. Because I remember the play in Wisconsin to get the governor reelected, where Foxconn agreed to. No, I listen.
Go ahead.
I keep my ear to this stuff, man, and if anybody want to ask me, we can go. Foxconn agreed to build in a factory to build these screens and televisions and all kind of stuff there. I guess Sharp televisions and some other stuff they were going to do in the warehouse. And it made sense to do the Sharp televisions there because it's not a manufactured product that sells at that high end like the Sonys and
right
the Sonics and stuff like that. Or should I say the Samsungs? Because Panasonic was with they were big with the plasmas. Yeah, but go back. Right. So back to what I was saying. So they made the agreement to put this factory out there. We're going to build screens and televisions and stuff out there. Okay, computers and television. Right? All right, no problem. They broke ground, big groundbreaking ceremony. Cheeto Man, the governor of Wisconsin, president from Foxconn, everybody with their shovels, break ground ceremony.
Right.
8 years ago or more, and there ain't been nothing built, not a screen built over there. The last time I heard anything about the factory
Yeah.
And what was to be done over there? They were thinking about, what was it, Fisker? I think was thinking about making electric cars there.
Well, it's still an empty building
Come on, bro.
to present day. Oh, hold on. Herman seems to have froze right there. Oh, I guess we lost Herman temporarily. Like he will be back. Until then, I guess I will hold down the fort. Anyway, it's 6:30 exactly. We have a coupon code here for Nana cases. As Herman was nice enough to give us this coupon code. Hold on, let me go here. Virtual background none. Press that. If you just order anything off of Nano cases from their website, anything, get a 10% discount at Phantom Flight 10. Anything from, they make gun cases, drone cases, cases for your fishing rods, all kinds of stuff. Someone says, okay, I can't see who it is because this box is over. Scott, those guys, great show. We appreciate you, Scott. Like I said, 10% off Nanook, all sales. That's it in a nutshell, I guess. Where's Herman? He should be back shortly. Don't worry about it. Because all night I've been seeing issues with internet. Something to do with the internet. They always seem to mess up on Wednesdays for some weird reason. But who in the chat is going to Florida? Next weekend we're doing one more stream. That'll be Wednesday the 3rd, I think it is, and then we're out of here. And Herman's slowly coming up now. Just stocked up on ammo today. Good deals.
You see that the truth hurts, right?
Yeah. Every time you talk about certain things, you get bumped off.
The truth hurts, right? See, and that's the problem. A lot of guys don't like to hear the truth, but I'm gonna keep telling the truth because why?
Because you can.
Right. And whomever, I don't care if you don't like it, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
And that's
I must agree. I just did the Nano coupon while you were out because it was 6:30 exactly. Somehow you got bumped.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was like, wow, look at that. They bumped me at 6:30. They do.
I'm going to pay attention. Scott's going too. Scott said he's just finished a drawing for the meetup in Florida, and I think there's don't quote me. How many people did you say, Scott, are on there? Because he drew everyone's faces.
Oh, okay.
On
make sure you get me right, but if you can, right? I hope you got some pictures of me without the beard.
Oh yeah, this is true because I'm shaving all of this off before I go too. So yeah,
I got
look like a little naked duck when I shave this all off.
This is my winter look. I gotta rock my summer look down.
Yes, definitely. Going down there to hang out with you guys, get some flying in. And 100, Scott said 140 faces he drew on the banner.
Are they all gonna fit on this banner? Because I know
he finished already. He's got 140 people showing up there, and 140 people faces will be on it.
Some guys got bigger heads than others, and
Well, I don't know. He did a great job every year. I saw the year we went. He did it then.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Well, V-Dub, if you don't know, they're having a meetup, a South Florida drone meetup on the weekend of the 6th at Vincent Causeway. And if you can get there, come on through. We'll be there. We'll be there representing New York. Aviano, Rob C, he'll be there representing New York.
Rob's
yeah, Rob's in the chat. I think Stevie from the Bronx is going also.
Whether he's going or not, Stevie is everywhere.
I know, right?
Stevie will more than likely be there.
Yeah. So we don't know who else is going from New York, but
you might
we'll get to see you guys there.
You might turn around, look twice, and Danina's there, and then Stevie's coming from the other direction.
This is true.
Somebody he's been there since from before the meetup started.
I look forward to going down there and hanging out with you guys, breaking some bread. We last time we were there, we had a lot of fun. It just wasn't enough time in the day to go and hang out with everybody and do everything. Because camera drone pilots were going, yo, come fly with us. And FPV pilots were going, yo, come fly with us. And it but this time, if they fly any drones down the hallway hall, I got one I can do the same thing with.
We go into nonsense.
In the hotel. We were there that year we went. All you hear is a tiny whoop going down the hall. Pass your door back and forth. They're gonna put us all on the same couple of floors, right?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's right. Well, we shall see.
I don't work there. You gotta call Ray Kelly.
Yeah, the captain. Captain Ray Kelly. He's probably got the itinerary and everything done. Friday night is a good time. Oh, well, one question, Rob Aviano, if you're still in the chat. What time are you getting there? When are you getting down there? Because we will be down there Friday morning.
Really? What time is he?
That's guesstimate. The guesstimate. Last time
we were supposed to get down there Friday morning the last time.
Right. The last time the flight was 6 hours, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A 2.5 hour flight turned into 6 hours.
He was on Gilligan's Island for we had what, a 6 hour tour. Yeah, that was terrible, man. And then we had to go refuel. They had to refuel.
Yeah. Scott says he'll be there Thursday. Yeah, so we will be pulling in on Friday at some time and point. Hope to leave here around 6 a.m. Hopefully be there by 2-ish. Okay, well, we hope to see all you guys there. I don't know what's going on, what's happening. We shall see. We still got something here, Herman.
No, I know. What I did want to mention to you guys tonight was that there was another launch that DJI had teased about, and that launch happened, and it was for the DJI Dock 2. Now, it's a drone dock system designed 70% smaller and 70% lighter, and it is for the Matrice 3D and the Matrice 3TD drones. Check this out. You got volume on that, Lawrence?
I could.
Well, you should.
Give me a second to put it back. I should, right? I should have. Let's hold on. I had to share with sound. That's what it was. If I don't share with sound, it won't play. So here we go. Right about there. There we go.
Operations. DJI Dock 2 features a lightweight design with an approximately 70% reduction in both size and weight. The highly integrated body facilitates quick deployment. Specially designed for DJI Dock 2, the Matrice 3D and Matrice 3TD drones are compact yet high-performing. DJI Dock 2 comes with IP55 ingress protection and also integrates an environmental monitoring system to perceive weather changes in real time, allowing it to operate in harsh climates and environments. The Matrice 3D series drones have a max flight time of up to 50 minutes, significantly enhancing operation efficiency per flight. The maximum effective operating radius reaches 10 kilometers, covering a larger operation scope. Matrice 3TD, equipped with a wide-angle camera, a telecamera, and an infrared camera, can depict both visible light and thermal images, making it suitable for public safety and inspection operations. Matrice 3D features a telecamera and a wide-angle camera with a mechanical shutter. The dual cameras help to easily achieve 1-inch high precision measurement tasks. Additionally, both drone models have IP54 dust and water resistance, demonstrating excellent environmental adaptability. The combination of vision and RTK positioning work together to further improve landing accuracy.
I figured I'd stop it there because you guys have seen, you guys have.
What I'm curious to know is that this drone, right?
Yeah.
Ah, like the market. Where are we squeezing this in at now?
In the $10,000 area.
That's
It's
what we
nine
squeezing it
thousand
in.
dollars and change, I believe.
I got you.
But now keep in mind, for $10,000, you could probably get a M30 Enterprise, for about 10,000. So
Is that right?
it's a matter of, honestly, it's a matter of what you want when you want it. Because if this drone for $9,000 comes in its own box and environment, very low maintenance, so you have to do a supply power to it, and you want to eliminate some workers, that this is how you would do it.
That's how you do it?
This is how you would do it. Seriously. When it comes to inspection, something that needs to be inspected once a month, once a week, once a day, this can do it. And you see, the box is so much smaller, two people can
Okay.
carry.
Yeah, I see that. It's 70% smaller, 70% lighter.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
I'm looking at this thing here.
But is it 70? Jeff Norman goes, is it 70% less expensive? Well,
Well, see,
honestly,
that's the next thing. I'm trying to see that, because I'm looking at it now with the video here. I'm looking at the whole thing on the site, and I don't see anywhere where it's showing oh, I can see specs. I don't see spec price.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on.
Uh,
PGA
no.
Doc 2, Trees 3D. Let me copy that.
I'm not
And
down. I'm not. I don't want to see the video.
I'm turning into Captain Google here. Spec.
There's
I got it.
you got the price?
Not the price, but
Because
wait
that's
a
what I was
minute.
looking for.
The price, the price, hold on. Be all
You
right.
got to contact DJI for the price.
Yeah. They're guesstimating about 9,000. They're actually
'Cause I'm
guesstimating,
on the actual DJI Doc 2 site here.
right?
I'm not seeing a price. I'm seeing a contact DJI.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to contact them. So they're guesstimating about $9,000 and change. Pretty much. I mean, what do you think?
What, for that?
Yeah, they're guesstimating. Well, the article guesstimates about
I would say so
9,000.
because it's got to fit into where it either overlaps on the price of another drone and cuts another.
Right.
Isn't that how they do it?
They eliminate one series or
No, they
minimize.
don't eliminate anything. What they do is the
They
features
fill
that
in the holes.
no, the features that you may want, they haven't scaled back or on a drone that may either have where you went from having interchangeable cameras to a fixed camera.
Yeah.
That gives you just the baseline of what you need. Something where is that I don't know, you got 4K 30 as opposed to 4K 60.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
Those
The
type of
DJI is good at doing that too. They're very good at.
this it's interesting. I just want to know what the hell is happening on the price
Right.
because even when you put in for the drone, right,
Yeah.
it'll take you straight to this dock too.
Really.
Yeah.
See, that's interesting.
So if you
That's
want one,
interesting.
you gotta get
You get a quote, I'm
contact
guessing.
DJI. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you gotta contact DJI
That sounds like if you got to ask the price, you can't afford it.
because it's not in the regular DJI store.
No, we would never, John. I mean, if we had an area to survey on regularly, if
What
John
happened?
Olson asks, are you intending to get this for your business?
No. No.
If we had an area that we constantly surveyed or needed to do surveillance or something of it, that would be well worth it. But this is more industrial, geared towards industrial, doing
I
inspection.
think I think this is something that needs to be fixed. It stay.
Yeah,
I don't move this around too much
right.
to do
Hey, Johnny
anything.
Drone Flyer.
What's up, Johnny? I wouldn't move this around too much to do much of anything.
No, it's designed to be put somewhere and left there and powered up and run weekly or monthly runs, no matter what it may be.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, they show it being portable that you can move it around, but a lot of the drone systems that I've seen and looking at where we're going
Mm-hmm.
is taking the controllers out of our hands more and more.
Yep. So the stuff that we do,
Drone in a box sounds nice, but it eliminates me, you, the spotter, and
yes, I know.
and our crew resource manager.
I know. You're
So
right about that.
I don't know. What
Well, we
do you
shall
want me to
see.
tell you?
Like I mentioned, Vic Moss mentioned it, Ryan LaTourette mentioned it. They really don't think that this thing is going to come to fruition, and if it
What, the
does,
drone in the box?
no,
Oh, you mean the band? Oh yeah,
the
yeah. I don't
ban.
think so.
So guys, stop worrying about it. Fly your damn drones until they tell you can't no more.
Although, Lawrence, if we did buy the drone in the box, this dock system, the only way I would buy something like this is if I could market it to people and be able to leave it at their business and survey their business while I
Yeah.
have then I buy a couple of dock units and just place them at places and
Could you
charge
imagine, Herman,
for
have
it
a dock
being there.
unit at a site and go up and do the progression photos that we usually do? Have it.
Well, I'm just saying, it just have a dock unit there, just leave it there and just sit.
Hey, Leonard, that would be fun. That would show that we're making money. Just pull up with a dock system program. You want those progression shots? Okay.
Write that down.
What happened? See, Herman started. You skipped out for the last 5 seconds. What did you say?
No, I said write that down.
Oh, you got your secretary on it, huh? Hey, we could add that into the price.
Not a bad idea. You
Hey,
leave the
John
dock,
Olson, you
you
may
leave the
have
dock
something there.
system there and let it do what it do.
Yeah,
You
for
can
real.
stay
Set it to
home.
go up and do the progression
You
photos that
could
we do
go
or whatever.
shopping. You can do whatever you want to do while it's drone is in the box doing what it's doing.
And then download everything later.
Yeah.
Not a bad. Hey,
Or you
John
can even
Olson,
let
that
the
was a
customer
good idea.
download it straight from the box to his house or to his
Yeah.
system.
Well, you should be able to do it online anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh yeah. Well,
All
Lawrence,
right. Yeah.
you remember October 4th, 2023, where
No.
we at around this time that same day?
No.
No?
No. Why?
Okay,
What happened that day?
I'm going to tell you. Well, on Wednesday night with those guys, on that night, 2/23, we announced that Joby had completed its first delivery 6 months ahead of time on the eVTOL to the Edwards Air Force Base. Well,
Oh, okay.
now what I'm seeing in Flight Global and Aero News, Joby Aviation is bolstering their Air Force relationship because Joby Aviation is committed to delivering an additional 2 eVTOL aircrafts to MacDill Air Force Base under the what happened? The branch committing to testing of the tech. Now was it that I wanted to mention on this was the fact that this delivery, right, is to take place, what is it, next year. This is coming under the AFWorks Agility Prime contract.
Okay.
Not sure if anyone is familiar with the contract, but we mentioned it back on October 4th. And
Okay.
we had mentioned before that previously that it was going to take place.
Right.
Well, and as you know, Lawrence, the original delivery was of the of the EVTOLs took place already at Fort Edwards Air Base back in 2023.
Right.
And there is one more scheduled for, I guess, believe for that Air Force base.
Okay.
As far as the original Agility Prime contract, Joby can provide up to 9 aircrafts with 5 aircraft for future expansion.
So they're stepping the game up.
Right, because they're gonna, like I said, they're testing, and this is like, and as you know, it's like this has been the home for their base for Joby, where they built their whole facility and everything over there for them. They're working to test different things with this aircraft and
Right.
to expand the operations on it. So
Okay.
they're doing experiments with it. Basically, it's the United States government.
Right. Well,
That's what they
if
do.
anyone had the option to use it, they would first.
Right,
Before
that's
anything.
what they do.
Yeah, exactly. It's what they do. And how could they apply it to daily use or something?
Mm-hmm.
I could
Well,
see them
they
fitting one of
want to
these
get in
things.
on it,
I could see them fitting one of these things with a gun.
or even just using it for transportation.
True. But I could see them using it. So kudos to them, to Joby, because that means the stock is gonna go up. I hope.
Joby, let's go, Joby.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I need to buy a few more shares. I haven't looked at my stocks in a while. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? If you haven't checked your stocks in a while.
To take a lot of what pictures? So you're not gonna be there, John Olson?
No, I think his wife is sick or something to that effect.
I'm sorry.
And he can't get too far. He can't travel too far.
Well, I hope she gets well soon.
Hey Gary, what's up, man? How are you? Well, Gary, you're gonna have to go back and watch Jack
Gary's been
later
here. I
from
thought
Half
Gary's
Chrome.
been here.
Oh, I'm just now seeing in the chat.
I thought he was here already. But
I
didn't
thought
you
so
have
too.
a slide? No, he wasn't. Didn't you have like a slide that you wanted to share or
I
something?
didn't know if I
Did you have it? Did you have it? Huh?
I didn't know if I had it in the computer.
I mean, it was, because it was one of a billion photos at just the one angle.
Well, the computer's doing what it usually does when I click on it and need it. It decides it wants to wait 30 seconds before it does anything.
Like, let me look at it first and see.
Yeah. Let me go here to projects.
You know,
Completed.
that's
Photos
why
and
with
video.
PCs sometimes, we had, it's just funny because the very first live stream that I was on, there was a debate whether or not it matters how much localized hardware you have on your computer.
Yeah.
It's all governed by the pipes going in and the pipes going out.
You're right.
Your up and down speed, basically. That governs everything. You can have a supercomputer. If it's on dial-up, give me the phone.
It means nothing.
Right.
It means nothing whatsoever.
You still connected?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm barely. I'm
No, you
skipping
talking.
out.
I thought you was showing the slide.
No, 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 because of
Oh,
course
but
I
I
don't.
was waiting for you to bring it up. That's why I said I thought you had it. No,
No,
okay, never
no,
mind.
I don't freaking. If you can send it to me
I
on
don't even.
Messenger or something, a link or something.
I'm trying to remember where the hell it was. Where did I send it to you from?
Um, I think you send it to me in text. That might have been what the problem was.
That was what the problem was. That's what you think it was.
Let me check. I already have
Oh,
two.
hang on,
Yeah,
hang
it's
on,
on. Yeah, send me the link and I'll download it within a
hang
few seconds.
on. Let me see what I could do for you. If I have it, if I don't know where it is, but you know I can try to get it to you.
I have it here. I can
Oh,
try and copy it and send it to email to
let
myself.
me try to send.
Copy link. I got
Is
it. I
that how?
got it.
That's how you do it?
Copy link. I'm gonna send it to myself now on Gmail.
That's how you do it?
Yeah, I
I
got
was
it. I
gonna
want
send it to
compose.
you in Messenger.
Compose. Okay, send to there. Take this link, paste, done. Okay, that worked. Now I can open up this here.
I sent
Oh,
it to
there it goes. I just heard it come through. Download. Download anyway.
Uh-oh. You're downloading something on your computer? Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah, right. Actually, it's only going to take maybe about 15 seconds.
Okay. So Gary,
Yeah.
you got 8 days left, Gary?
Hey, Gary, you better strengthen those arms. You got a lot of flapping to do.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Bob. Thank you. Thank you very much, Bob. Hey Gary, I
All right, I
need your
got
help
it, Herman.
when I get down to Florida, Gary.
I got it,
I'm gonna,
Herman. You want to intro this or what?
well, it wasn't really much to intro other than the fact that, like I said, um, we got a contract to follow a building out of the dirt. This funny that and I don't want we have much time, but the whole thing about this site is that this is the site of the company that I ever worked my real job as a coming out of high school. Um and how I got into the electrical industry was a company that was in that site where this building is being built.
Right.
And we got a contract to shoot the building from the ground, from out of the dirt to the flag top.
Yeah, so here it is.
Lawrence put together like a few small the job from where it came from to now they're working on the exterior building out in the interior building. But it's topped off now. Yeah, it's just nine shots.
And that's a wrap, Jack.
You know, that was fun to do. I mean, there's a million more shots of the building from all different angles because
True.
the progress of the building, different shots when and even when they brought in the crane and
Thank
stuff
you,
like
Bob.
that. And you know, that was just one of the angles because they got the different angle shots of the building as it went up.
Yeah, yeah. That was like my favorite corner for some reason.
And that was done with a drone that cost us what $1,500 for that for that drone.
1700.
17. Okay, so
Yes.
we don't want to lose something like that.
Right, right, right. The drone ban would take that $1,700 drone and make us have to buy something for about $3,000 to $5,000 that won't do or be half as good as what we're using now.
Oh,
And
so
with that, Herman, that's it, bro.
next week we're supposed to have Captain Ray on, and
maybe
see if
Johnny
he-
Drone Flyer, provided he's not
I'm
traveling.
working on a few other things to happen next week before we get out of here, but we shall see. We shall
Yes.
see.
Thank you, Jimmy. You can watch the replay. All the information you wanted to know about the Specta, if you have to watch in the first half. Jack
Check it
from
out.
Half Chrome was here at 5:50.
It's not a bad little flying machine. Check it out.
Yeah. He went into detail, answered a lot of questions. Unfortunately, if you missed it, we'd appreciate it if you watched the replay.
Right. Feel free to pick up your own little Specta.
Brooklyn Jimmy, we appreciate you coming in. We appreciate
Hey, Brooklyn
every
Jimmy.
one of you guys. Nice seeing you again too, Drone Views Media.
Lawrence, you want to say anything to the people before we get out of here?
Well, be safe, fly safer.
And with that being said, guys, we appreciate you all. And thank you all for coming and hanging out with us and enjoying the talk about the Specta and some of the other topics that we spoke about tonight. Hope you found them a little interesting.
And we hope Jack answered all your questions.
Right. And good night, everyone. And we'll see you next time with those
guys.
Good night.